Hare Krishna. So we are having this class, the importance of. Somebody joined also.
नहीं नहीं कहाँ गया है वो भाई?
एक जन ने ज्वाइन किया है.
ये कहाँ पर?
Okay. So this topic of the class is the importance of morning program and Hare Krishna. So we are having this class. वो लाइव चलो उसको बंद कर दो. वो लाइव चालू हो गया, उसको पॉज करो.
बंद कर दे.
Okay. So who all devotees have joined? Just show me.
Krishna, Krishna.
So do one thing. Yeah, I'll do that now. I'll take it. So please hear this topic very attentively. Some very good points, and actually, I believe I give you many examples of the devotees, those who are very great advanced devotees now. But the beginning, we all, everybody. The point is, what is most important is our inspiration. So if you are inspired for certain thing, if you actually deeply value, so this class is a very inspirational class, because once we understand the importance of this, then we may want to, then we may be inspired to, sign in for morning and classes more seriously and sadhana and everything. The sadhana card also is a very good way where we can meet together. Like weekly basis, we can meet and spend time. Then we can introspect how's happening your studies and your health and classes or your overall life. It becomes easy for you to also introspect, and we also can spend some time like here. So now we'll start. Start करो. क्या हुआ?
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Screen sharing. Hare Ram,
Screen sharing.
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
क्या हो रहा है?
Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
ओके. स्क्रीन शेयर करने पे नहीं हो रहा है.
Can you give me the issue? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Ena Tasmai Shri Hare Hare. Pavana Harinama Sankirtan ki.
First, there were cannons, and the cannons were the sea god's weapons.
Yes. Okay. Oh,
Coming now?
Huh?
Okay. So before we enter into the topic, quickly we will scan through this list of what type of training that we are all trying to take to advance in our Krishna consciousness. We want to learn bhakti, genuine bhakti in a systematic way. Because you all know very well that we want to come to the stage of a Shuddha Bhakta, pure devotee. Because pure devotional service alone will please Krishna. So we study many examples of pure devotees like the Vajabasis or the Pandavas, or Sudama Brahmana going to Dwaraka. So we have heard about many pure devotees, but how do we practice such a Shuddha Bhakti in our daily life? The word systematic means Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. So that systematic word includes the morning program. The morning program and the hearing of the Srimad Bhagavatam, sadhana card, how do we spend our day, all those things are included in the word systematic. Because our acharyas in general and Prabhupada in specific has given us well laid out procedure by following which our hearts will become cleaned up, purer and purer, and it will shine with the Shuddha Bhakti one day. And read the second one.
Application of Krishna conscious principles in daily life.
Yeah, correct. Not only we should read the scriptures, but we should make an effort to apply, like in nectar of instruction. It has a lot of application points, especially the first 4 verses have many application points to do in our daily life. Similarly, nectar of devotion teaches 64 regulative principles to be applied, devotional principles to be applied in our daily life. So, similarly, the Chaitanya Charitamrita teaches us Sadachar amongst Vaishnavas. Srimad Bhagavatam teaches many philosophical points as well as application points, how to deal with seniors, juniors, equals, those who are non-devotees, deal with women, deal with guru, deal with animals. So therefore application is very important. Third,
developing faith, devotion and service to Sri Krishna.
Yeah. So advancing in Krishna consciousness means this type of development. Our faith should be day after day increasing and not become stagnated. Similarly, our devotion should manifest in the form of devotional service to Krishna. As years pass by, we should be expanding our service. Prabhupada said, to cut off the tie of material attachments means to broaden the field of spiritual activities. So, if somebody says, Prabhuji, I am in Krishna consciousness last 5 years or 10 years, how much active you were in the first 2-3 years and how much are you active now? Think about it. Are we expanding more or are we reducing? Prabhupada, as a Grihastha, how much was he active? And then as a Vanaprastha and Sannyasi, how much more he became active? So we should learn from Prabhupada. Fourth one?
Developing proper attitudes.
Because Prabhupada says in Nectar of Instruction, advancement or progress in Krishna consciousness depends on attitude of the follower. Attitude means what? Not only what we all speak to each other, what we feel about each other, and what do we think about each other, and also what is our attitude towards service allotted to us, what's our attitude towards material energy. Are we enjoying material energy? Are we using it to serve Krishna? And how are we dealing with devotees? What is our attitude? There are right and wrong attitude. Ramachandra Puri had a wrong attitude. Ishwara Puri had a right attitude. Like for example, Rup Sanatan had very, very great attitudes, appreciated by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we have to develop the right attitudes. Yes, next.
Developing relationships with devotees.
Yeah, Preeti Lakshanam. 6 types of Preeti Lakshanam are explained in the Nectar of Instruction. And that is also one of the goals of coming together in Sangha. And the training should involve devotees coming together, discussing together, chanting together, dancing together, taking prasad together and learning to do Uhyamakyati Prichati, reveal mind in confidence and take help from each other. And then grow in that association. Yes.
Compassion to people at large.
That is Jivedaya, going out and distributing books, doing Harinam Sankirtan, and expanding preaching programs. That is compassion to people. Yeah.
Becoming good preachers.
Yeah, good preachers means we will be having one topic on right and wrong attitudes of a preacher. A preacher is one who is able to invest faith in the hearts of the hearers in holy name and in Krishna and in Prabhupada. A good preacher is one who is able to bring about a change of heart in people. A good preacher is one who is setting a good example in behavior as well as preaching with logic and reason based on Prabhupada's books.
Becoming
and establishing Krishna consciousness and creating communities of devotees and who will take Krishna consciousness as a life and soul. Yeah.
Becoming exemplary leaders.
Yeah. So exemplary leaders actually means exemplary in morning sadhana, exemplary in our sadachar behavior also. All those things are included in that. So now you get an idea of the training and empowerment program.
So we have to revise on. So what are things please, sir? First. Systematic. Yeah, training program. Yeah, correct. So very sadhana bhakti means we have some systematic way of systematic programs and all, by which we will gradually make advancement and development. Good, right? Yeah, everybody can share one point. Sure.
Being association with the device.
Which one? What was the point there? Yeah, true. What else? Yeah. Okay, I'll tell. First was learning. Okay, training you the following. Learning genuine bhakti in a systematic way. Application of Krishna conscious principles in daily life. What is we spoke about? Application of Krishna conscious principles in daily life. That means you have to not just read Shastra, you have to also apply. You have to also think of applying the Shastra. Okay, developing faith, devotion, and service to Krishna. Yes. Then developing proper attitudes. Anything you know. For any of these points, any of these topics, do you remember anything from previous point? Oh, about developing proper attitudes.
Towards service.
Right? So attitude is basically means what do you feel? What do you think? What do you think when you about morning prayer? How do you feel about it? What do you think about sadhana? What do you think about service? What do you think about other devotees? Small attitude towards other devotees. What do you feel about seniors and younger ones, and the college people? So these are all attitudes. Right? Developing relationship with devotees. Actually, developing faith, devotion, and service to Krishna, Prabhu also said, we develop our genuine convictions and also expand the movement of cut the tie of affection, mundane affection, attachment, and increase the domain of service to Krishna. And he says, developing relationship with devotees. What does it say? Anything you remember? Compassion to people at large. Do you remember anything? Becoming good preachers. Do you remember anything?
We should set an example. A good preacher is one who brings a change in heart only.
Yes, very good. And how does it happen? So, okay. So, what are other things for a good preacher?
When someone leads with example.
Yes. So, example also in two ways. One that. So, example in sadhana. He is good rooted in sadhana. And sadachara. Sadachara means behavior. Like if you find somebody is doing a lot of sadhana, but his behavior is different. It's criticizing Vaishnava, it's fighting, it's quarreling. So then it is sadachara is bad. And somebody may be having good sadachara, he may be soft spoken, not having nothing. But sadhana is zero. So then he may be materially some good quality, but that doesn't make much tangible, help. Doesn't have any help to that devotees. So both are required. Good sadhana and good sadachara also, both. And also one more thing is I want to preach here. He should also be able to present the philosophy of Krishna consciousness as Prabhupada explained in his books. Like that. Then becoming exemplary leaders. You remember anything? Chalo, go ahead.
See, here I am giving you in one page only. What does this type of chanting program or following four regs, all these things, what does it do to us? See what is the benefit you will get by chanting nicely in the early morning hours? Yes?
Chanting destroys material desires, gives determination, and awakens sleeping soul.
See, the material desires are the cause of our.
This is the hotel desire getting destroyed. Where was it? I think I did not plan that video, but some of the video was sent by some.
It was the ad.
No, that was video sent by Lord. Lord has sent the video to show that how chanting destroys the viruses.
Our problems. Kudu, 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 kudu. They are, they are demanding you, just like naughty children. Sometimes a child comes to mother or father and nagging their leg, Mama, Papa, give me, give me 1 rupee, give me 2 rupees. They're nagging. Repeatedly they nag so much, sometimes you feel, okay, take this money and go. You feel like that. Mind also nags from inside. I want this, I want this. And there are many things mind is asking which are not good for us. But the mind is demanding. So, the material desires are big menace for us, trouble. But by chanting, those material desires are pulverized, little by little by little. And then one day you will find the number of material desires count will be reducing. One day it will vanish. In Dhruva's case, he openly told the Lord, I don't want the Dhruva Loka. He said, Swamin Kritarthosmi, Varam na yache, he told him. So which means, from Dhruva's example is a Shastric Praman, from which we can know that one can finish off the material desires by chanting the holy name. He chanted Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And we are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This is a mantra for this age. And we can also destroy the material desires like Dhruva did. And it will give determination to us. Like Haridas Thakur got determination by chanting. And he could avoid falling down with the prostitute. So we can also gain determination, isn't it? And the chanting of the holy name can wake up the sleeping soul. In Ajamila's case, the sleeping Ajamila woke up after hearing the glories of the holy name and also calling out Narayana's name. So in this way, the chanting, remember these 3 examples I told you, Ajamila, Haridas Thakur, and who is the 3rd example I gave? Dhruva, who destroyed material desires. So these are the benefits of chanting. All the 3 have connection to chanting. But each of them achieved 3 different things. The Dhruva achieved destruction of material desires and love for Vishnu. Ajamila heard the glories of the holy name and chanted the name, and he woke up from his material life to the spiritual life. And Haridas Thakur developed determination by chanting.
Not chanting brings spiritual weakness and deviation into material ambitions.
Any of you can see this. When your chanting was poor in the morning, either we dozed in chanting or mind was wandering too much. It was not a nourishing chanting. Beadbag was in the hand, you chanted, but mind was terribly wandering to different places. And in the daytime you feel spiritual weakness. Eyes are going towards Maya and the mind is going towards Maya. And we are lacking taste in hearing the Bhagavatam class. We become spiritually weak. We can easily sense it. Others need not tell us. And then the mind says, now it is 1 o'clock, can I take some 1 hour rest? I think, yesterday night my sleep was not so good. So this way mind gives many proposals for sense gratification. And then one goes to kitchen and says, Prabhu, is there still some gulab jamuns from yesterday left? And then he may end up eating some 10 gulab jamuns, 5 gulab jamuns. So you will see that in this way, when you are spiritually weak, mind is looking for sense gratification from each of the senses. Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, everything goes in different directions because of poor chanting. So therefore, in the morning chanting time, chanting is also like a type of work. We should take one mantra and try to hear it attentively. There's a lot of endeavor involved in it. Yeah.
Regulative principles. We lose our desire for sinful habits and
So you can just tell about the chanting, see what benefit and what happens when you don't chant properly. You can raise hand and I'll ask. You can share. Yes, you can raise your hand, then we can share. Quickly, Yango, so that we don't spend so much time. Hello. We don't waste time. Yes. Yes, bro. Yes, bro.
It awakens the soul right and the vibrations and
Correct. Yes.
see where
Any other point?
the influence material.
Material that's like Guru, it's doing that. It destroys the material. When you give any examples, some examples,
Yeah. I can
Ajamila and
do
Vivara. That's quite cool. And Haribo, and yeah, so there are different possibilities. You Maharaj, right? And that's not cool. So they all chanted, and that's how. I thought who was coming? I think the dhoti only. Sir, one very good. I saw you dhoti. I thought it's a nice. Who is this? So, yeah, so the chanting, if you do in the morning, then it destroys the material desires. Material desires. So material desires will go away. You get purified, you fast. Like that. Yeah, it awakens the sleeping soul and you develop determination. Like Dhuma had developed determination. Even our Hridas Thakur was also determined. So chanting is tremendous determination. Then not chanting, what happens? When you don't chant in the morning hour, then what? Actually, if you see that chapter in Bhagavad Gita, Kurmangani or Sarvachan, that's true. Oh, no, sorry. Apurmala Vachanam Pratishthan, that's true. Their purpose explained that how, if somebody is full in Krishna consciousness, then his senses will not run here and there. See, sense of the material desires may keep coming and going, but because he is experiencing fullness within himself, because of hearing the holy name, because of reading the Shastras, so then what happens? The senses will not crave so the way it did crave when you are empty. So when you are empty-hearted now, when that we have not chanted well. See, suppose when you got up at 8 o'clock, just went to college. That means whole nourishment we have missed. Then you will find yourself bereft of that nourishment. And then we are very, very vulnerable. It becomes like that. So actually the point is we don't realize that. We don't realize that. But then we get trapped by Maya's different things and our so much time is wasted. So much energy, time, everything. Because senses immediately just keep wandering. Eyes will go here and there. Ears will go here and there. We get disturbed. We become unable to fight, misunderstanding. So many things happen. So, but if we choose to, come for chanting nicely, come in the morning and chant well, and if heard, I'm always telling you, heard the mantra very attentively. Like it's like a work, he said. So chanting should not be just a ritual, okay, done. No, it's like a very attentively we try to hear every mantra. And Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So it takes effect, and that's how you feel the fullness. Anything else you said about chanting? If you don't chant?
Then firm conviction and
So
bhava
one more
for
thing is
Krishna.
said in the not chanting. Deviation to material ambitions means what? Sometimes you feel, oh, I want to go back to Godhead, I want to purify my heart, and I will just do a simple job and then make some money and then I'll devote time more to Krishna. Like that you're thinking. But then when chanting is poor, then aparadhanam happens. Due to aparadhanam, the material desires grow. And then one thinks, my cousin has gone to America. At least I want to prove that I can also put my foot in America and come. At least I will do my MS. Or I will do a job for a few years and then show to my cousins that I also went abroad and came. So sometimes we do something not because we really want to do it, because we want to prove to others that I can also do it. I am no less. So that type of material ambitions come. And see, you cannot look at the karmis and try to live like them. Karmis don't have Krishna, you have Krishna with you. So you have sadhana and everything. If you try to imitate the karmis in doing everything, then we have to become like karmi also. So poor chanting leads to many aparadhas, and aparadha leads to complications. Aparadha leads to envy, fame, desiring fame and competitive mentality, and inauspicious thoughts about others, offensive mentalities, sinful commenting mentality. Many problems come because of poor chanting. Yeah.
Regulative principles will lead
Follow
to
4 regs, what happens?
we lose our desire for sinful habits.
Amazing, no? Not only by avoiding sinful activities, you become punyatma, you become pure, but you lose your desire for those bad habits. Like those boys who were eating meat before, when they gave up meat eating, gradually now they have developed a distaste for fish, distaste for mutton and everything. They will not even think about it. So therefore, we have to strictly follow it. But if somebody is regularly breaking the regulative principles, 1 or 2 principles you keep breaking, then you will not lose the desire. You will have the hankering more and more. If you want to cut off that hankering, we should strictly follow. Yeah. And that results in?
that results in firm conviction and bhava for Krishna.
We develop a firm determination by following the four regs also. And then when you are following pure four regulative principles, then he says that then the subtle truths are all revealed for us. Tada tada pashyati vastu sukshmam. 11th Canto Bhagavatam, Uddhava Gita, Krishna says that for those who follow these pure spiritual life principles, subtler spiritual truths start becoming revealed in the heart of the devotee, as a gift to the devotee.
Studying Srila Prabhupada books.
Can you just tell quickly on the regulative principles? If you follow them, what happens? You don't follow them. Yes. Yes.
If we follow them, our addiction towards meditating and all kinds of bad habits, they go away.
Yeah, you lose the desire.
Gradually.
Yeah, that becomes slacker. If you don't do it, then it becomes slacker. But if you keep that, doing that, then what happens? Then?
We'll have mind getting back and
Then it will always, then you don't raise on. It's always keep you bound with those things. And the subtle things about spiritual life won't be revealed. But if you can say no to them, then strictly follow grossly, and then try to focus on Krishna consciousness. Morning chanting, reading, and all that. Then what happens? By following strictly, also your desire to go for those activities also like you feel a member of meat. Devotees when something do that. But in between, if somebody is lenient, in between he keeps taking something. Then what happens? Then that desire won't go. It continues like that. So the taste won't go actually. It will continue. So if you want to lose the taste, then you have to first not engage and then positive Krishna consciousness. So withdrawal plus engagement. Krishna says this follow. Krishna does not say only suppress, only withdraw. And Krishna does not say, okay, just you just anyway engage, don't worry about that. Both. You withdraw and engage.
Discuss subject minutely and inspect it from all angles and savor new understandings. Srila Prabhupada book study plus seva leads to knowledge and bliss, by which comes and one gets convinced, and easy to perform austerities leads to success in Krishna consciousness.
I have given you like sutras in this. When we study Prabhupada books, we get knowledge. But if you do seva, you get realization. And then when you have knowledge and realization, you naturally feel very happy. When you are getting a lot of happiness in Krishna consciousness, you are convinced that this is the right path. I should follow this path only. I will not do anything else. And then because you are happy, you are convinced that I am getting something, then that actually makes the austerities very joyful. Morning program and all the austerities, yeah. And then overall you get success at the end. You see.
Hearing.
What happens when you read Prabhupada? Quickly, they reduce the time of wait.
You get realization.
Huh?
You get realization.
Yes. Of?
Krishna consciousness.
Okay. Then what happens?
You get happiness.
Yes. Correct. You get knowledge by studying Prabhupada books, and by seva you get realization, it says. And when you get knowledge and realization, then what happens?
You follow Krishna consciousness.
You are blissful. What else he said? Yes, bro. Yeah. You can come with ahead. One very important thing you're missing. If you read Prabhupada books, and if you have the knowledge and seva, success, then what happens? Conviction. Conviction, and then what happens?
sorry, it's become very easy to.
I was thinking whether nobody could catch on. Austerity performing becomes very easy. What austerities we have in morning in our Krishna consciousness? Can you guess?
Getting up early.
No, let's see. What austerities we have? Like one austerity could be going to jungles, performing some meditation in mind. We don't have that. So what are the austerities in Krishna consciousness?
Getting up early.
Wake up early in the morning. It's austerity. Simple austerity.
Being consistent.
Huh?
Being consistent.
Being consistent. What else?
Doing menial service.
Doing menial service. That is also austerity.
Doing lot of services.
Lot of
Lot of services. More giving basic
basically doing menial services. Yeah, because sometimes we may, like first time when I got toilet bathroom cleaning service, I think, कैसे करना है उसका? So in my second year, I was little like, not being able to do that. Then I would pray to Lord, oh Lord, this is service to Vaishnava, service to Krishna, please give me strength. Then eventually it became easy. It became easy. Then I was able to clean the toilets. Then sometimes I had gone to some boys and cleaned there also toilets. Then it became easy later. But otherwise, menial service is not something very easy. Sometimes it is our ego, or we have never done it. How can I do this? This kind of thing. This facility. What else? That's also,
all the devotees from senior to junior.
okay, the service. Any other point, and others can also contribute.
Having a certain mindset.
Others can also. People do have lot of hospitals. Yes. You're not about to chanting. Chanting is the same now. This is also awesome. Yeah. What else?
Mind and balance.
What about taking prashadam? Sticking to prashadam.
It's not a question put on
Sticking only to prashadam. That is also austerity actually.
fasting.
Actually, tongue can always demand something from outside. But you are doing that. Awesome. You'll be amazed to know, Prabhu, even with all the good facility for prashadam, still the boys, they were not able to follow this. There are boys like that. They still may want to take something from out. Some biscuit, some chocolate, something here and there. They may want to put it. It's not easy for many sometimes. So all these, they are simple austerities in Krishna. Our austerities are not something very, like the way Valmiki or Vishwamati Muni has to do or something. Dhruv Maharaj has to do. Simple austerities. But these austerities becomes easy if you do reading regularly, and if you do services. Then what happens? Austerities gets done. It becomes easy for you.
Is equal to eating and drinking. If an ordinary man does not eat, he will grow weak and die. To hear and explain them, Vedic literatures, is more important than reading.
Prabhupada says that, yeah.
Hearing and explaining leads to assimilation of philosophy.
If you hear it and live it, you will forget. Like I am also speaking these talks, but sometimes you make some little bullet points and then you tell your friends and other people, then the knowledge becomes digested by you. If you don't repeat it, it registers in the head and then it evaporates. It's volatile. But if you hear it, assimilate it, you repeat it to others few times, then it becomes your own asset. Yeah. And also Kaviraj Goswami, Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami in CC, Chaitanya Charitamrita, compares reading books and hearing to be like eating grains, he says. If you are not eating grain, you will feel weak. Similarly, if you don't read Prabhupada books and if you don't hear regularly, you feel weak in spiritual life. So now I have given you 3 things about chanting, 4 things actually. Chanting, regulative principles, studying Prabhupada books and hearing. Okay. Studying and hearing are very similar. And then chanting 16 rounds and 4 regs, you know that. So these are the 4 very important things in our spiritual life. And you all have sadhana card to fill up. We should not just fill up sadhana card for the sake of filling up. We also have to see how is sadhana card going on. Am I improving or am I going down?
Now you tell me about hearing what Prabhu said.
So we should not just listen and lose it. We should repeat it so that it becomes our own asset.
Yes. Basically, it's a science actually. If you hear and if you repeat it to others, then you actually gain so much. Then it becomes part of you. So there is Shavanam, then there is Maranam, contemplation. And then Nididhasana, that means you apply also. And then there is Kirtanam, that means you share it also. Then the whole hearing program is complete. So if you only hear and if you don't share and don't contemplate, don't think of applying, don't share with others, so we don't gain so much. The retention is less. How many feel sometimes you heard the lecture, but later we couldn't get any point to apply. We couldn't even remember also what was the lecture. What was this game? Yeah, it happens. But if you actually, share, it becomes easy like that. So I remember in our voice base also, we had some habit of sharing. So we'd ask, very good, so what did you like? Doing Prashadam, we do that. And suppose class is over, then we'd share for Prashadam. And Prashadam, what talk you would have? You'd say, Prabhu, so what point you like in the class? That was the only we would ask. And then that's how the time would go doing Prashadam. So now we can talk many things, but this is something which has happened, this class has happened. So if you share, then what happens? Then it registers more. So that way we could remember more like that. So then it will start ringing. And then when you go to college also, that point will ring to you. And such points will remain even sometimes for long years also. Like if I have to think about in my life, still there are some points I've heard, like in my first year, second year, third year, first year, and all that. It still is there. Because I have heard it, I thought about it, I have repeated it to many people till now. And it has become an asset of me. I can very clearly tell what are things happen. Like I remember one point. If goals become hazy, one goes crazy. This one point strike me like it. I heard one of the statement in the class. When goal becomes hazy, one goes crazy. Because when your spiritual goal is you are not going to fix that goal, then you become crazy when you act differently. And at one point I heard, you should always be under someone and always act for the pleasure of someone. That means anything we do in our life, somebody is there who has sanctioned it, some senior, and we should be doing it for the pleasure of some senior. Sometimes maybe one person, but that may be two people also. We will be authority, but we will be for the pleasure of some other senior also, possible. For his pleasure also, but we have some of our role models, senior life for their pleasure, for good, for the department. So this is also one of very second. And then one point I tried to some question asked by some Mataji. And Parvati Gopal Maharaj told the answer is attentive. He asked some big questions, some questions he asked. The Maharaj told attentive to the solution. Where is attentive? Scientific or another point I heard, if you read every 2 hours of Prabhupada books, Maya won't touch you. Parvati Gopal Maharaj. The Sun devotee shared. So he shared and it registered to me now. I don't know whether I've heard directly from Maharaj, but I heard from some devotee who shared, maybe in class or sometime. But it registered. Right? So if you read 2 hours Bhagavatam or 2 hours Prabhupada books, then Maya won't touch you. So there are many points like this which will ring in your mind. Even after hearing it will ring. And sometimes it will ring for your entire life. And sometimes one point will become the cause of your deliverance. That will take you back to what it is. Because that guides you so much. It becomes a guiding principle. The spiritual life becomes very adventurous. If you actually start hearing with interest and taking this point, you'll be amazed. This thing will become historical for you. What point is maybe going to come? Maybe it becomes historical for you to go back to God. One statement is going to release now, and if you receive it well, this will become the cause of the deliverance to back to God. And that will be the next point what I'll show you. That's how we should do. That's how we should try. Like, somebody is falling in the ocean, somebody is throwing a rope. So when throwing a rope, then you catch, no? So maybe when that rope is standing, you could catch it. And that may become the cause of you coming up. But previously you did not. This is caught it. And that will be like saving this. So what else he said? Yeah, that's why eventually. I said hearing and chanting, hearing and reading is like Krishna's compares to.
Grain.
Grain what?
Eating grain.
Eating grain. What happens when you eat grain?
You get energy.
You get energy still. Because in Ekadashi we have experience. When you don't eat grain, then you get little weak. I wonder, I'm not being so the life along reading. But Ekadashi, the grain gives you strength. Same way, somebody is good in reading and hearing, then he will have spirituals. Right? And that's how he can be less vulnerable to Maya. He'll be able to practice Krishna with determination. He'll be able to follow the austerity very easily. That's all symptoms. Yeah. So we should see also, if we are going little heavy in our morning program, we are not able to get up, we are getting well able to manage. So we have to know that I'm not eating grains. Means we are not doing reading grains. That's how we should continue. So we should come back to our superiors, seniors, our facilitators, and see how I can, as a friend, they can help us to make us aware how we can utilize our time by which we are not skipping the grain. Okay. Like in the beginning, the mother has to worry so much about the child, about eating. But later child understands, if I don't eat, I will become weak. I cannot function. Like none of you will be, asked by too much follow-up is not required for your food. But you'll take care of yourself. Not like so, but the child has to be taken. Right. So we don't have to remain like a baby. You only, when fed, and then also, we are naughty baby sometimes. We don't want to. So no, we have to take eventually our own call. Okay, I want to be healthy in Krishna consciousness. So let me eat grain. I'm grown up now. I should eat grains, and I should very nicely practice it. That should be our determination eventually.
One has to observe one's progress in the sadhana with the help of your mentor, counselor. Regularly, according to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Ekadashi to Ekadashi, one should assess one's performance in spiritual life. He says in one of his books, he says.
So this sadhana card is not something new thing. Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Acharya, he has recommended, he has given a mention that Ekadashi to Ekadashi mentioned, observe what way he has put it as Simhavalokan. You have seen Simhavalokan? The lion. What has happened like various so he Simhavalokan को बोलते हैं तो पूरा देखना है कि 15 दिन क्या हुआ कैसे किया क्या नहीं किया तो उससे फिर क्या होगा फिर आप चीजों को इम्प्रूव करके आगे ज्यादा अच्छे से आ सकते हैं so this is a very good strategy to grow in any aspect. So, and we have a Krishna consciousness, we have our career, we have studies, everything can be introspective. So in Sadhana Karta, we have all that. It's not only about chanting, we have also your sleeping time, your getting up time, your health, and your studies, college study. So then you can look back and see what is not happening properly, then we can rectify. And if you need help, you can talk to your mentor, counselor. So discussing with one more person whom you feel very comfortable with. So then it helps. That way you can improve your Krishna consciousness. In the beginning it is very helpful. Then you get different inputs. Oh, acha, this I can do. Oh. Like one devotee, he had to travel 2 hours from job or something. So then I was asked, then I was just the kind of introspective like. तो उनको टाइम लगेगा अरे प्रभु तो आपको इतना टाइम चाहिए 2 घंटा 2 घंटा आप ड्राइविंग करते हो ना तो नहीं बैठो यार टाइम and now he has heard so many lectures. So while going, he hears the lecture. He puts on, and he keeps hearing. So now he's able to hear a lot, and he has good shape now. Good. So this is how. So sometimes some small thing may not click, but some senior devotee can tell, oh, just adjust this way. हमको क्या लगता है नहीं हो सकता, because mind immediately responds, can't possible, it's not possible. ये मेरा ये फेस चल रहा है नहीं. But if you discuss with superior, then we can work out how things can happen. So if you are interested, then all help can be done. But if you don't have take initiative, you don't take that interest, then even though things may be told, but we will not be able to take.
Tomorrow is Ekadashi. So Ekadashi to Ekadashi, 15 days. Last 15 days, how did I do my spiritual life? It's called Simhavalokam, we call it. See, Vihangavalok means bird's eye view. So seeing our spiritual life like this. And Simhavalokam means when a lion is running to catch a deer or something, sometimes he stands and watches, how is my pace? Am I catching up or am I very slow or something? So Simhavalok means after every 2 weeks or every 1 month, we should check, how is my spiritual life going? Let me look back. How was my reading? How was my chanting? How are my regulative principles going on? How is my study of Prabhupada books? How is my hearing? So many of my people in my care who write mails to me, they send me a report with 6 questions I take from them. Very senior devotees, many of them. So when they send, they actually, it gives them a chance to sit and think. It's like a self-appraisal. You make appraisal of your own spiritual life last 1 month or last 2 weeks. You all know very well. Sometimes our spiritual life goes very well, sometimes not so well. Sometimes chanting was not done so well, but preaching happened very well. So we have to actually study ourselves. So you see here, I have given you a snapshot of all the qualities that a devotee can develop while practicing Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. This is very easy to remember this chart. How? You see, below I have given you discipline, the top I have given you obedience, and right I have given you self-control. DOS command, you can remember. Discipline, obedience, self-control. And along with those titles, I have given you allied words which are similar to those words. And apart from the DOS, which are purposes, without being disciplined, without being obedient to Guru, and without being self-control, no one is able to please the spiritual master. And without pleasing spiritual master, no one has gone back to Godhead, like the Prabhupada says. Based on that, we have made this. And then there are two more items, service and qualities of a devotee. So, if you see each of this, I will leave this slide with you, and it will be there a part of PPT. You can go through these things. Actually, all these qualities will manifest in you, provided you take these things seriously. If this chanting, actually in my spiritual life, I came to Pune in 95. You can even call me a fanatic about the morning program. I will become very upset if somebody is going to disturb my morning program. Like somebody was coming today early morning from a faraway place. He was going through Pune. So he wanted to actually meet me at 3 o'clock. But then he said, I'm coming at 6. 6 a.m. I said, forget it. I cannot meet you during chanting time. Chanting time is a sacred time. I said, your chanting will be spoiled, my chanting will be spoiled. You chant your rounds, I'll chant my rounds. Another time we will meet. I told him not to come here. So why I am telling you this, we have to be really very strict about morning program. I have told several times, I am telling you again. To the degree we take the morning program very seriously, because these things are followed in the morning program, many of this. So, and also the sadhana card involves many of these things. So, if you take, this is your own food, for your own spiritual food. This one slide shows you your own spiritual food. Just like you eat your regular prasadam twice a day, thrice a day you eat. This is your special food. Like you see in the aeroplane, they say, when you take the oxygen mask, the first instruction they announce is, you should put it on your nose, and then take one more and put it in your child's nose. Why they don't say, take it and put it on your child? You love your child more than yourself also. But if you take it and go to your child, by the time you try to put your child, you will be dead, without any oxygen. So therefore, janma sarthaka kori karapara upakar. That is said. For upakar should come later, janma sarthaka kori should come first. So we should protect ourselves, and that is not selfishness. It is not selfishness. Why? Because you are protecting yourself to help the world around. So therefore it is, the self-intake is very important for nourishing ourselves. Like say for example, I want to give all of you a seminar today on this. I have prepared this PPT, and now I am giving this PPT, you all will be happy. Now if I am not taking out time to prepare this, then how will I be able to give you? In the same manner, unless we take in and nourish ourselves, our association for others will not be very enriching experience. Many times it has happened in our ISKCON society that a leader sits to speak, but he doesn't have much substance. He has not studied the books. So many times he may just speak something management which is locally going on. He may say, you should not do this, you should do that. They will ask, is it Bhagavatam class or is it management meeting? It can happen like that. Or he may be dealing with lot of management regarding COVID, the outside world, the virus thing. He may have a lot of news. He may say, one minister says this, one leader says that, and there's no connection to class. He will try to connect something to the class. So therefore you have to be very careful. If you really want to lead quality lives, these are very important. And these qualities, these are actually the qualities of the devotee. Here I have given you the quality below. These are actually the climate of any community. It's a very big topic. I won't speak today. We can have an exclusive lecture on this topic. Like I'll tell you one or two lines about each. You should be able to at least open your heart to one or two devotees at least, from with whom you can present your deficiencies and problems and take help. That's called
Another topic, but I want to know first on the fill out discussion. What will you say? After we started from last.
Association with devotees. From discipline, we have routine.
Okay, good.
Gratitude towards service and other devotees.
That was before. Now, just now.
Your obedience, self-control.
Okay, lost one. Discipline, yes. What else? Without being that, one cannot please its rules, and without pleasing others, one cannot do that. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Simple. What? Yeah.
Doing the loss.
Okay. What else?
Because we should wear the oxygen mask when we put it on.
So how, what is it? What is it?
Then first we should monitor them properly, read scriptures properly. And then we should want to save the village.
Yeah.
And we should be careful of the things. Like, sometimes there are some people who have not read a lot of scriptures, but and they come to give a lecture and they take to all the outside world. So we should be careful of it.
No, yeah, it's not about we should be careful. It's about the devotee should be careful that when he's giving class, should not be just giving some arrangement, some kind of news here and there. But he should have actually read and heard properly. So saying if you are not read and heard properly, then how we are going to share Krishna consciousness properly with others?
So we gave us one example, but we were used to be called as a fanatic or one program.
What is so? Why like that? Why could you be like that?
If anybody used to disturb it, program, we used to be very annoyed by that. And we shared about the example that the person was going to leave next week, but later on teaching it to 6, so probably times something. You should also check and after on the second, we need some other time.
Yeah. But why he started to go He said that.
Morning program is a very simple.
Right. Yes. So we told them that how it's a spiritual food. So we cannot skip that. It's required for us. So skip that and we'll be weak in Krishna consciousness. The whole purpose is difficult. Everybody is able to hear, no, the sound and everything. Because I should be getting the response also probably. It is good that you are pausing and you are listening on the because you have to know that how much you are how much doing in any anxiety or internship or something. That's why you're not able to focus. So I think anxiety for accommodation is good. So avoid from कर लेंगे पहले accommodation तो मिलना है. Is it fine or you want like some other way? My voice is clear? Sure. How many of you feel that voice is clear? You're able to understand the accent? You're able to understand the accent? Then please participate. Please share it. Please reflect on it. Share. वो शेयर करने से आपको बोला ना वो जब सुन करके शेयर करेंगे तो आपके साथ टिकेगा वो तो अभी अप्लाई कर रहे हैं लेक्चर का पॉइंट अभी अप्लाई कर रहे हैं
Called as opening heart to mercy. Without taking help of those who are anubhavi or experienced devotees, we may many times be stagnated in our spiritual life. And then another thing, accountability and visibly exemplary. Not only we should be accountable for submitting the sadhana card and everything, we actually have to be very honest. The purpose of accountability is to create a long-term honesty over a period of time. Like, I observed that Prabhupada left the planet in 1977, isn't it? After that now, till 2020 now, how many years have passed? You can see that, 50 years have passed. Now in this 40, 50 years, proper disciples, if they are maintaining their spiritual stature, that is only because of their accountability to Prabhupada, correct now? You can see even in the lack of physical presence of Prabhupada, they are continuing faithfully. So that type of accountability we need. And we should be visibly exemplary in the morning programs. And we should respect and value the individuality of everyone, which means every individual is different. While living in a community of devotees, we have to know that there is diversity and each one should be respected for whatever they possess value. We should value them for whatever they can contribute to Krishna's service. Listening and understanding before speaking. This is a great virtue. We are given 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can first try to understand the situations before we blurt out something. This is especially in relation to dealing with other devotees. And consulting, like you say, Ravana did not consult Vibhishan. Hiranyakashipu didn't consult anybody before performing his penance. Daksha did not consult anyone before offending Shiva. You will see that. Those people who avoid consulting, thinking themselves self-sufficient, they have landed in trouble. And similarly, sharing, you can share the prasadam you get, you can share your realizations, you can share your books, many things you can share. You can share your space. So, in this way, devotee should be in a mood of giving, like you made some very good notes. Ultimately Krishna has the only monopoly for all the material.
We'll wait for it. We'll wait for it. Yes, continue. What will you say? Okay, how many of you are confident that you can share 1 point? Whatever you heard, till now you can share 1 point. Please raise your hand fully. Fully. Yes. So now let us ask from Ganesha.
Mercy is equal to also when transfer here. We have to, in before part we will continue. We have to discuss this with giving there is what problems with this like that. Openness is my
Penance. Daksha did not consult anyone before, affect and value the individual. Here I have given you the quality below. These are messages to speak. Leader says that, and there's no connection to class. He will try to connect some this topic. Like I'll tell you one or 2 lines about each. You should be able to at least open your heart to 1 or 2 devotees at least, from with whom you can present your deficiencies and problems and take help. That's called as opening heart to mercy. Without taking help of those who are anubhavi or experienced devotees, we may many times be stagnated in our spiritual life. And then another thing, accountability and visibly exemplary. Not only we should be accountable for submitting the sadhana card and everything, we become more and more conscious. Share your books, many things you can share.
Yeah, so if you have some other devotee, so we can discuss. Then you get some guidance, that's why you receive the mercy. So sometimes, we have some issue, some problem going on, and we are stuck. We are not growing. Chanting is going bad. Hearing is losing interest in hearing. We are not able to associate with devotees. Many problems are happening, but we are keeping mum. We are keeping mum. That's it. So, पता नहीं किसको क्या बोल रहे हैं, what will happen. So sometimes we don't take initiative to find out what could be done. So then our bhakti gets stunted, because we need some kind of inputs to be able to come out. Like suppose you're walking, it's a muddy pool of water, mud and everything is there. Sometimes what happens when you walk, you're able to walk with some difficulty, you carry on, but somebody gets stuck. Then your progress is checked, you're not able to go any further. So that's the time, you should have somebody who can help you, give some input. You should just be able to go ahead further. So that's why one should be open to sometimes discuss with one or 2 devotees, and can see how we can be rectified in rectify the situation. Because see, it is not about just some kind of ritual. Okay, you have to. So what happens? The devotee actually can help us because of his experience. And he can give some valuable suggestions as a friend. And that devotee will also keep those things confident. It's not that he is going to tell everybody, hey, this Prabhu, he's doing like this or like this. No. He's a matured senior. So he will help us. And he will guide us how we can make progress. Like that. What else, Prabhu?
Listening, understanding, and speaking. That was one of the blocks which Prabhu has mentioned. To add on about why we have to open up to someone, why we have to share some stuff to others, and get some guidance based on their experience.
Yeah, correct. So listening and understanding before speaking. Yeah. So sometimes you have to hear the devotees, their points, and what is your. Especially in the relationship, it becomes very important. Because when we are having that culture of we are ready to hear and not judge the enemy. What else?
Accountability.
Accountability is a very important. What do you say?
Don't pass away 50 years back, still the disciples are
Going on.
they are accountable for saying listening.
So you become very long lasting, honestly with each other. Because then you feel accountability, understand. There is a sense of there is a sense of belonging. You feel that I live for that person's pleasure. I want to please him. You should have somebody in your life on whose face you want to see the smile by your endeavors in Krishna. You make it apart from Krishna. Krishna is always smiling. Some devotees, huh? Yeah, Radharani Krishna. ऐसे मेरा विचारन महाप्रभु मत बोलोगे. Talking Kirtan, फिर कहोगे भक्ति से ठाकुर. Some devotee who is around you, who is like concerned about his spiritual life. So such a devotee, not like some Maharaja, some corner of the world, he's always smiling. So I think I'm nicely practicing. She's not like that. So we understand. So we should be. Like I really, this point strike to me when I was in my second year, I think. There was a devotee called Pawan Putra, the Brahmachari in June. So he said, all our endeavors, what we are doing in preaching and everything, if we can just see one smile on the face of Alisham, success. I felt so nice with this kid. And I was thinking, wow, this is so sublime, so wonderful. I will work very hard to now. Because you want to see that smile on the face of Alisham. So this kind of motivation is so pure, so sublime. So accountability is like that. That you naturally want to please somebody. You want to, and the senior also will give you encouragement. Very, very nice. You can very good. Thank you. I'm so happy. He will also tell you. So how many feel that we feel somebody should come and back to us? No? We feel nice about it. If somebody does it. We won't do that. Somebody does that. It boosts the ego. Actually, no, it's not. See, actually, all of us, we like to be appreciated for what is good we are doing. See, in spiritual life, it is not that because if I appreciate that devotee, he will become egoistic and he will fall in love. So better I not appreciate him. It doesn't work like that. That the devotee will take care. But what happens is when we encourage or appreciate the devotee for whatever good he's doing in Krishna, or whatever we are doing good in our Krishna consciousness, if we are appreciated, that means what? Then we know that okay, this thing if I do more, that is going to become more happy. Then it will not boost our ego. You understand? Because the purpose is I want to please the superior man. He appreciated me. That means by doing this, he becomes very happy. That's why he's appreciating. No? So let me do it more. Let me, do more nice time. Because he appreciates me from a very good time. How many felt that, something you did and you were appreciated and you felt like I should do it more nice. I'll continue. You felt very inspired to do it. Very nice. You want to continue. How many have experienced that? No, I'm sorry. You're not appreciating you. I have. Now we are supposed to acknowledge you.
Oh, I thought we now that we appreciate He's beyond appreciation of to like I feel the appreciation is somewhere between of
Oh, you want to share? Wait, Aditya, wait. I will come back to you. Yes.
Somewhere it's like material requirement of an individual or the soul. Actually, it's not change, it's about the material.
Let us hear the full most question. Yes, please.
Like somewhere I feel,
can we just hear the full most question?
actually I feel the appreciation, kind of acknowledgement to a human being is kind of a material requirement of individual. So if one is concerned about devotion and serving the seniors, even if he is getting chastisement, he will be good with that because he doesn't require anything, he doesn't have expectation. So he may not have any kind of requirements. So that is the real path he is towards Brahman study. So if he is not in that track, he's out of the track, he's in the material world. So I'm not in the material world, like I'm in the track of Brahman study, so I don't feel if someone appreciates, okay, they are out of something. If something they chastise, I don't take that also. So I'm not connected to both. So that's what I feel.
Your point is valid. What you say is true. And that is
మొత్తం సీదా 20 kilometers
no. What? So what Raghu is telling you. So this is our individual responsibility that individually we should look for more and more, that opportunity to serve. Just like gopis. What is the Shastra? Aslishyava padatam pinastuma padatunam manmahatam. You know the meaning of that? Somebody knows the meaning? If you know the meaning, you'll be scared. Why is that? That last verse of the Shastra. Everybody we chant Shastra. Aslishyava padatam pinastuma padatunam manmahatam. You know Shastra? The Shastra we have chanted in time. In temple, if you have come around like 5:25 hours, 5:20, if you have come around, when you find that the Shastra was there, in the last verse is there, Ashisha Parvati. You can go back and see that meaning. Meaning it says that even if the Lord neglects me, he makes me broken hearted, he trembles me, even then also he remains my eternal Lord. And he has full right to do anything and everything. So can you recite the meaning? He knows the meaning verbally. Yes. No, every day you recite the meaning. So tell better.
Even if you handles the roughly his embrace of making broken hearted by not he's completely free to do anything and everything for his always my worshipful.
Yeah, anything and everything, can you imagine? That means even if he slaps me, beats me and all that. So what you're talking about is the pure devotion path. What I am talking is when we are a progressing sadhaka, there is nothing wrong if we appreciate, and we get appreciation from others. Because that is the culture of appreciation even in perfected state also. Like, have you not seen some great spiritual masters? Even they're also glorified when they're asked to get it. They appreciate a lot. So why that is so? Because that is the exchange in Vaishnava community that cannot be avoided. Only thing we have to take the rights, and there is a positive impact also. Because when you're appreciated for something good you do in Krishna consciousness, that gives you the kind of confidence. Okay, this activity pleases the Guru so much. So let me do it. And when chastisement comes, then you understand this activity displeases my Guru. So let me not do that. That way, then also you're encouraged. You understand what I'm saying? So many times, but when we are beginners, then chastisement may be difficult for us. So that's why in the beginning we are given a lot of appreciation. So much. So we should grow that eventually we should be able to build our vessels to take the chastisement outside what we are doing. You're getting this point. But there's nothing wrong in getting appreciation. And
प्रभु जी वो चार्जिंग हो गया मेरा फोन में
there is nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong in getting appreciation from a devotee and feeling nice about it. Because why we feel nice? Because we understand, okay, I did this, and because of that, my superior is pleased, so let me do it more. We naturally, the human psychology in that way. So we can use that for the service of Krishna. Actually, even falsehood can be used in service of Krishna. You know how? Like Prabhupada would say sometimes to his Western disciples, what is the use of you all being Americans? We cannot do this simple thing. The Americans are known for doing big things, big technological advancement, big, thing you do. Like when I was coming from airport, from first time Boston, I saw there's a subway. So one person this is like, this is inside the river, under the river. The whole thing, that road we are going under the river. It's such a big thing they are doing. So what are the use of you being American? No, Prabhupada only is telling you're not American, you're not Indian, you're not because he only has taught. But why then Prabhupada is telling what is the use of you being American? So Prabhupada is engaging the sense of false ego in Krishna service. By that false ego is purified. So that can work sometimes. But yes, as you said, we should see that we don't keep hankering for it. We will anyway get it, but we don't have to keep hankering for it. We should be happy and satisfied on the pure devotional platform, which is not so easy for many of us. So it's nothing wrong if that culture of appreciation is there. Like in birthday celebration, we celebrate, but it's not only for birthday celebration. In general, also keep appreciating devotees. And what happens is there's a spiritual principle. My spiritual master says, if you appreciate a devotee for his good service, then what advancement a devotee has made by doing their service, you make more advancement just by appreciating genuinely that. You understand? So this is because Krishna becomes very pleased because it's an act of non-envy. You are appreciating the devotee. Just like if you appreciate the child of a father, the father becomes more happy. Yes? Yes or no? If you appreciate the father, if you appreciate the child, if you appreciate the child, he becomes more happy. So same way, the devotees are the dear child of Krishna, dear children of Krishna. If you appreciate devotees, then Krishna becomes very pleased. So that's how we should always have this idea that we can always appreciate and also we should not be too much averse to appreciation. We can take appreciation in the right way. And sometimes you find Prabhu is appreciating, but they are not true. He's telling, I chant very nicely, but I know what I am doing. Then what we should do? Then what should we think? We should think Prabhu is expecting. This is what he's telling kind words because he expects me to chant nicely. That also we can think. When he's appreciating like this, that is his kindness, his broadness, his merciful nature. He is appreciating even though I'm not doing properly. But that means he expects me. So actually I came to know. If I do this nicely, then he's pleased. Even if I'm not doing it, let me do it. How many have experience of it? Something you actually are not doing so well. You were doing something mediocre, but you were appreciated. And then you actually felt like, no, I should actually do it. Actually, I'm not doing properly. I should do it properly. Yes. Because the devotee genuinely appreciated whatever you did good. And he may appreciate you more. That's all allowed. Because actual appreciation is allowed. Of course, it should not be like flattering and it should be genuine. But it can be appreciated. So then we feel like doing it more. So this is the Vaishnava way of seeing things. Yeah. So that way we can always glorify. ऐसा नहीं कि प्रभु मैं किसी व्यास के डिवोटी को किसी को glorify नहीं करता हूँ. क्यों? सब फॉल्स को जा करके सबका फॉलो होता है. I am protecting all my Vivas devotees because I never appreciate anyone of them. That way they always remain humble. Rather, sometimes I criticize them, I chastise them, I find fault with them, so that they get to know what is their weakness and they will advance in Krishna consciousness. So that is not the way we may do it, because that may be against the principle sometimes. Because you said that the guru and the father may chastise or correct their sons and disciples. Because sometimes we may try to find fault and all, but our heart may feel with envy. So Krishna will become displeased with that. It's very subtle things. I mean, we will not discuss this thing so much in detail right now. But the point is that when we find fault and all that, our heart may be filled with envy. Even though that will be right also. That actually there is a fault. But we may not be doing it with that feeling of being a well-wisher. It may be difficult for us sometimes because the heart is still filled with envy. And the nature of envy is that we don't recognize there is envy. So that's why we have to be very careful whenever we have to correct or find fault in something. So especially in our case, what we can do is, if we actually feel very concerned, better is to talk to his superiors and see how we can be helped. That should be the motive. This is the Vaishnava way of dealing. Appreciation, no problem. Because by appreciation, even if you have envy, the envy will be dissolved if you genuinely try to appreciate. It is said directly, envy is like indirect appreciation. Money and we want to pull him. But appreciation is so antidote to envy is appreciate. When you appreciate devotees, that way envy will be dissolved also. So these are the principles of Krishna consciousness. So if we understand them, then we can rightly apply them. You understand? Is it okay? Does it make sense? But we feel nice or not when somebody appreciates. Correct? And you may feel nice when somebody chastises also. You may feel nice. Yeah, Prabhuji is trusting me, he is helping me. You may feel nice that also. Somebody is able to feel nice then also is very great. That means he's rightly situated. That's good. Right? But when you appreciate also, you feel nice. And there's nothing wrong in feeling nice about it. What do you say? Yeah. As a devotee, you can feel nice that, oh, Prabhuji is happy now. That's why he appreciates it. So glory goes to him only. There's nothing about me. He only instructed, he only told how to serve. And he only, was ready to even, give me chance to serve. In spite I may do mistakes. And now and I did this, I did service with a lot of mistakes. Still he is not overlooking that and is appreciating. That is his kind heart. You understand? No? So we may think like that. That's all right. But we may feel nice about it in the sense that, okay, let me do it more while the devotee is more pleased. So this kind of culture, so the culture of trust, culture of appreciation, culture of trust is very good in our communities. That way we will become very strongly bonded. So you can do this exercise also. All of you can, all your device devotees, you can write like one name you write and write all his good qualities. And not just write, you can go and explain that. You can tell us, Prabhu, I like this in you, like that. Some spiritual qualities, like something proper, that spiritual qualities. Not like, Prabhuji, आपका हेयर स्टाइल बहुत अच्छा लगता है. Nothing not that. प्रभु आप शेविंग करते हैं तो इतना अच्छा लगता है. Beard हो रहा. Not that. Not that. Some spiritual. So this is in our voice now. We keep this notice board, appreciation board. So there randomly, suppose somebody has done some nice, like that is Prashant Prabhu, he did nice pot washing. No? So that was put in the group. So what we do there? So this kind of something wonderful that somebody has done. So we put in the appreciation board. We put it there. No, that devotee does not want it. But if you do it, there is no loss there. ऐसा नहीं कि अभी सोचना चाहिए अरे ज़्यादा कर दिया तो पता नहीं devotee का proud हो जाएगा तो नहीं करूँगा. We don't worry about it. The devotee, should be encouraged because this is a spiritual principle. If something we find nice, we should appreciate. That way Krishna becomes very pleased and will make a announcement. So all of us can take a look how much I appreciate those and how much I tend to find fault and correct, catch them doing wrong and find fault. That we have to see. So our amount of appreciating devotees, not just in mind, even in telling them also, it has to increase. It's a good homework we should do. All of us should do. Sometimes when I found some tussle with some devotee, I'm not able to see so much good in him. Not a fault, mind is saying so much. Then what I try to do, I go to a devotee who I admire, who appreciates him. And I say, tell him some glory of that. They have done this. And believe me, that helps a lot. Because then you can see from his perspective how he appreciates. Because sometimes, you get tough time with somebody. Then you can hear from another devotee what is his glories. So we have to really tame our mind. Because mind is, he's not ready. He's not ready. No good qualities. No, he is bad. खत्म कुछ है ही नहीं उसके अंदर. But you have to take a courage. This requires courage to go to the devotee to appreciate him and say, Prabhu, please tell me for next 15 minutes the glory of the devotee. I have done that. May not be 10 minutes something, but I have to tell. And I tell more. Tell some more. Yeah, because we need to hear that. That will, we get purified of our own envy and everything. Because anytime there is a conflict, there's some envy with it. We may not understand, but there is some envy, we are not purified. Just otherwise, why there is a tussle? Why we are having that critical mood now? Your duty doesn't get it. That means the very fact I'm not purely duty, there is some envy. And the point is, I can work on solution, not just keep worrying about it. No, not really. We do something. We go and ask for the please tell me some glory of that. And everybody has. It's not like, we are all Kaliga souls. We are all in the material world. So we have all these struggles. But we work on the solution. Right? Does it make sense, bro? Yeah. So still there is a lot more things to do. But if you promise me tomorrow, if you come, then I will complete it. You have to promise me that 7:05 to 7:45, all of you can come. How many of you can come tomorrow? 7:05 to 7:45. You make sure you come. Just like your exam sometimes, no? You don't miss the exam. So tomorrow, let's say 7:05 to 7:45, your exam. Then we will miss it. Like that, how many people feel that you can come? Raise your hand. ठीक है तुम? Would you have intention? All independent. You'll come? All of you will come? Virat Prabhu, you also can come? Yash Prabhu?
I will try, Prabhuji.
And Yash Prabhu? Yash Prabhu, you can also come? Yeah. So accountability part, so this is one last thing I'll share. So the accountability part, Pooja is mentioning that how later, no? Later we have to put?
Later.
Yeah. So,
One more time.
Huh?
One more time later.
Oh. So accountability also, see why there is a kind of feeling that I want freedom, I don't want to be accountable. Why this feeling is coming? I don't know. Can you tell some reasons why we don't feel like being accountable to anyone? If you can think of what reasons may be there. Because of that, we don't feel like being accountable to anyone. Yeah.
We have lot of like we are sure that whatever we are doing actually is right, and whatever we are like we have self like right there, whatever we are doing, and I know better, and kind of that from everyone.
I know better. I know better that devotee, if I try to be accountable, he might tell something which is not so good.
Yes.
But I know what is the better thing. So why to ask him? Why to be accountable? Okay, good point. What else? Yeah. But you have to explain it. I mean, ego is okay, but you have to explain thought process, how the mind can come, what mind can. So that's not accountable. Think deeply.
You don't actually see good in, so first of all, like we find faults, we don't see like a lot of good in others, so we don't hand over the accountability to someone. That's as we see that handing over someone the so we have to hold the person in a platform, so on a certain platform, yeah. If you are not
Trust is not there. We may not have sufficient trust that devotee actually may, tell us which is good for us. He may not understand us fully. This kind of thought will be there. Oh, he may not understand. He doesn't understand the practicality of the thing. He doesn't know. He may not understand. All that. Yes, this point. What else? Others can also share. What may stop us to be accountable to any of these things? We may not be accountable to anything. What may stop us?
Maybe people feel that they don't owe anyone anything, so that no one can question them. Every individual is for himself.
In America, it's a big culture. I don't know. Yeah, an individual, I can just do whatever I want to do. But what else?
Freedom.
Yeah, I want freedom. And I've never been controlled by anyone in my life. Why suddenly some superior has to come and I have to ask him or I need to do things with his sanctions and what.
not always like that.
No, I'm saying one of them. And we are not saying that it's for all of us everything true. I'm saying what is the problem reason for which mind may try to reveal. So 1 minute, this point is like this that let's say that what is the last point I said?
Freedom.
No, freedom is that. What is this?
Why this superior coming?
I have never lived life like I have always been having the freedom of my thoughts and whatever I wanted I did. Why suddenly I have to submit to somebody? I can figure out my life. I'm a grown up, I'm adult. This kind of thought process. This is one of the things which are mine. Yes,
Sometimes like, with children, I've seen like if their mom tells them again and again like you should study or tell you how much you did your homework and all. Sometimes it reduces the curiosity of the child. But
yeah, correct. So that's what. So dynamic of the superior and the devotee, that also sometimes will fit in. So that a dynamic may not work. Like you may not feel so happy with some superior, or maybe say you have some like 2-3 superiors option. But with all सब तीनों के साथ एक dynamic fit in. ऐसा हो सकता है ना? तीनों की something we are not able to match. Like say you find one superior, he is too much snagging on. Do it. It doesn't hear. He keep telling do. That is one thing. And second superior, he is अपने दुनिया में. उनको बोलो भी तो सुनते नहीं. मतलब अपने दुनिया में रहते हैं. अपना busy है. He doesn't have much time. He also. So maybe different reasons. Because of that, we will not find only anybody, and then we will just go on our way. That also is true. What do you think?
Mothers will be able to, they might understand that matter better than us, right?
Yeah.
They encounter this with their children all the time.
Right.
Because they are trying to give good habits to children, but the children are something like that.
They are very.
Mothers are always trying to give something good to the child. Right?
So, bro, that doesn't mean that we need some mother to come and take care of it. Devotees can act like mother fathers.
Like, I'm not saying on a personal, I'm saying like what to understand this problem, what might be happening, like why are we facing this thing?
Correct.
Maybe there might be.
Mothers can understand our situation better, no?
Like, I'm saying in the sense, they will be able to guide us better, like what might be the problems coming in with the day.
By consulting a mother on the devotee. So I just trying to understand.
By generally talking to mothers, how do they deal with the children? How what has God done? Because
so we can learn.
I'm not talking about our center, I'm talking about in general.
Correct.
This problem is very much
Correct.
witnessed by the mothers.
That is true. So what you say, oh, caring aspect, no? So that mothers can, so the motherly role, that becomes very important. That is true what you say. So in a spiritual life also, we need two kinds of roles of a superior for us. The superior should also be able to have fatherly nature, and also they should be having some motherly nature, both things. The fatherly nature is what? Okay, let's talk about motherly nature. The mother can also understand about our health issues. Okay, where I fall sick and all. Let's say some devotee in the morning when he gets up, like there are some devotees. We get up early in the morning, they get serious sinus issue. They start sneezing like anything. So they're genuine thing. So suppose the devotee the senior doesn't understand. He'll say, no, I have to come in the morning. He's very fanatic. And he doesn't even hear also. Then what is poor fellow? Poor fellow will just cut off. He'll simply just say, we having sorry, he's not able to do much. So motherly mother is able to see your health situations, how your body functions. It's motherly. Then also your concerns about your studies, what difficulties you're facing. There may be sometimes some rathas traveling, because some reason will be there. So this kind of able to see the individual's different concerns and needs and interests. This is like motherly aspect. Correct? And what is fatherly aspect? Fatherly aspect means you should be able to give challenges. You should be able to give correction. You should be able to give the wisdom to grow in life. So this is like fatherly role. And he can provide the facilities. Okay, you should take care of. Okay, I'll make your device like this. No, we'll make this arrangement. We'll get study table. We'll something. So this is like providing facilities, giving the wisdom, correcting, or giving challenges, giving some responsible services. So that is like fatherly role. Like both. So we can. So we have to see, that these two aspects we need to get from our superiors, like that. So see, now let's say we have some superiors in our situation, let's say. So now you should be able to see that how I can get this my needs fulfilled from any of those superiors. That we should take that initiative. And if suppose we find not happening like this, and at least one of them whom we feel the best among all, we should go and open up to this is what is happening. Right? So accountability can at least begin there. At least telling Prabhu, this I am not able to gel here. किसी जमीन नहीं हो रहा है हमको कोई समझ ही नहीं पा रहा है like that. So maybe by your expressing this, the devotee may become more open to hear and understand, and then you may actually get the right kind of thing. That is possible sometimes. So just sometimes just simply expressing that my needs are not getting fulfilled too, that itself can open certain channel by which the superiors can become more aware, and they may actually start with certain things. You understand? So, but the point what I'm saying is that there is a need of this kind of accountability. Because in spiritual life, it always requires certain kind of this shelter, vertical shelter. So otherwise, it's not so easy to practice Krishna consciousness. Because Maya is always trying to divert and distract us, and we need some experienced devotee who can help us and who can give us some kind of direction. And we feel also very confident when the devotee we are able to be accountable and we give stuff to that. We feel also confident. I'm telling you, what I'm studying, I'm telling you, but I'm not able to get up in the morning. I have some research. I'm in touch with him, like something. And the devotee also is able to understand, and he also gives you a measured way of improvement. Okay, this way you can try to improve. So if chemistry matches very well by Krishna's grace, you're very blissful, very happy. Sometimes you find that chemistry is not matching only with 2, 3 seniors, whatever outcomes you have. Then you may have to express it also. Instead of just getting annoyed, you have to express. Because प्रभु आपका सारा पॉइंट वैलिड है, आप जो बोले सब सही है, लेकिन मैं आपको कुछ बोलना चाहता हूँ, आप थोड़ा समय देंगे. Please, can you please give me some time? I want to express my heart. And there is nothing wrong with that. Even we can even write mail to them. It's not really here, Prabhu, you're very good, I worship you, you're very nice. But I want to express something and I am facing something issues. Can you just please hear me? Like that. So when we are heard, that may begin, the devotee may become aware of your situation and nature and things like that. And that's how we go further. The growth can happen. I have seen also this situation like this. The younger ones who took that courage, now they are very good in relation. The relation becomes so nice. Yeah. Like it. Yes, sir. Even I have told also my superiors sometimes. After the आप जो बोलते हैं correction में बहुत अच्छा है, लेकिन sometimes it's very hurting. I have told also. Yeah, I know it's good for my spiritual life because the direction is good only. But I feel sometimes hurt, like that. But it becomes nice eventually. I'm able to do it well. But I'm just expressing you that it sometimes I feel momentarily I feel a little discouraged or hurt like that. So that the devotee becomes more aware. Oh, that means it hurts him. Yeah, if I had too much, so he will be very more careful. So nothing wrong in it, because we are just very frankly just trying to tell that. But if you see that it is not working, he becomes more angry only. Hey, you have to hear the heart only, and you should be heard or something. He says like that. Then maybe we'll have to then find out some other solution. But somebody we have to take help. We cannot say no, nobody is there. No, we cannot say. There is our need. We need to find out. Okay, if not like 100% best, at least 70%, 60%, something we have to work on. And as we become more and more matured and grown up, then we'll also develop more capacity to derive more inspiration and guidance because we'll also be able to work on our own selves, become more mature also. So then it may work more better eventually. But from where we have to get that confidence. Yes,
yes, Prabhuji. Actually, the thing you mentioned, you should have courage to speak up to a senior devotee. Like during my time in US, some devotees came to me like with some sensitive topics. They don't feel comfortable to discuss with anyone in temple because everybody in temple are seniors, strictly following regulatory principles and all that. So Prabhu, how can I recommend them to break that ice so that they can consult with seniors much properly?
Sometimes it may be difficult to go and directly consult. So what can happen is you can maybe write a mail. Say some devotee, you can just get a mail ID. And what is the mail में क्या होता है कि वो devotee का कुछ fear नहीं, मतलब आप अपना पूरा heart लिख सकते. That is one good thing. In mail you can write your own points. You can actually defend yourself because you get full opportunity to tell what is happening.
Like Prabhuji, how can I, make them to come to you because they come to me because they feel maybe more comfortable.
It's not necessarily only me. But it's like some superior who is mature, properly superior. So, and sometimes some things need to be like, you want to say, oh, keep it confidential. People, I just want to share with you. And the devotee, see, the results were very important. Not like you can tell the devotee and you tell him, and this fellow gets very and now he is telling to keep it confidential. अभी क्या वो दोनों उसी जगह पे हैं और दोनों confidential रख करके कुछ होगा ही नहीं. You understand? So that's why it is good that somebody who is like properly situated. And we have here devotees like say we have So some devotees who are they're guiding you, mentoring you. So we have some devotees. So you can just go and talk to them. Anyone who feel like comfortable. So that person is fine. It is not that only one person has to be इसको ही सब कुछ पता चलना. Wherever you feel comfortable, at least one senior who is matured, who is stable, who can actually give you the right guidance and help you. That kind of person. And the point is that we need some help to be able to rectify our situation. Because we are stuck. You say want to तो बोलो कि आप किसी समय तो आप बोलना चाहिए. जैसे समझो कि how can you become angry? How can you be like this? You're जब आपको out, you should be out. Suppose you have fear, let's say Then he can talk to me without. Then only my person, thought person. So that's it. Oh, like that. Okay. Try this, try that. Okay, no problem. I can try this. And he may want to take guidance from us. He may not tell the name of it sometimes. If suppose he has told that, please keep the conversation like that. Then he said, oh, I'm using the Buddha. I mean, he was told to keep the conversation. So I'm not going to tell the name, but how should I guide? I will never want to know. No, I have to tell the name. It's okay. Yes. It's not that you have to know the name only completely. No, not. If you are able to not know something. You understand this point? Yeah. So better take help. Yeah. Get some help. So, instead of unless somebody is telling you, if you know the solution you're working on, it's fine. Good. Say you find that you got the mistake, you were you could not come for one, you do not have something like that properly. Then you may take a strong resolution and you do it well. You understand? But let's say you are stuck. Better to in general also you could have. Let's say you could not complete your own, better to inform you. That's why you always remain in time because sometimes we lack incentives. We may tend to do it again and again. So like somebody like Aghavela took such a strong resolution. There was no question of turning back. Just if you are able to do that, then many of us will not do that. That's why it's always safe. You can if you're stuck somewhere and something is hurting us again, better to take guidance. Better to open up with something. It takes a little time. Believe me, bro. Sometimes a devotee has opened up and they've got so many articles to read and everything, they're out of it. Something like the devotees were into seer masturbation kind of issues, some blue film, this kind of issues. But they got the relevant articles, they systematically properly understood, and they could come out. Yes, it's possible. So everything has a solution. Everything you have to just seek it. And devotee why they want to punish you all that. They want to actually help you, no? Punishment is not always this thing. You want to take help, and you approach them and get some relevant thing. You may get some articles to read. I don't know that. I don't understand so many articles. Fine. No. You're all happy with today's discussion? So tomorrow, please come to because I want to complete this. Please come tomorrow. Don't miss it. All of you keep an alarm clock. I have purchased an alarm clock which rings very fast. So today I asked Fast to get an alarm clock for me, by which even a dead can be awake. I can show you the message. I don't tell you. But it is not so loud. But actually it can be awake. Right? So I keep counting that alarm. Because sometimes happen that the alarm bajan is sounding like I told him, give me alarm clock, even dead can be awake. अभी मैं उसको alarm. तभी कोई चांस ही नहीं है. इतना भी गहरे में होगा. आपको जगह नहीं पड़ेगी. So to keep that alarm, purchase that alarm clock. Today also, if you feel doubtful about the one. We'll stop the meeting. Thank you, Prabhu. Sorry, Virat, I did not take reflection from you. Tomorrow you can share. Huh?
Okay, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Aditya Prabhu, thank you. Yes, Prabhu, thank you so much. You could hear Yes, Prabhu, everything?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for joining.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.